All right, guys, Dante's Inferno. This is Canto 33. Dante's Inferno, Canto 33. Jaws lifted now from that horrible dish, the sinner wiping each lip clean on hair that fringed the mess he'd left the head in at its rear, began. You asked that I should tell anew the pain that hopelessly, in thought alone, before I voice it, presses at my heart. Yet if I may by speaking sow the fruit of hate to slur this traitor, caught between my teeth, then words and tears you'll see will flow as one. Who you might be I do not know, nor how you've come to be down here, but when you speak you seem, there's little doubt, a Florentine. You need to see I was Count Ugolino. This is Ruggieri, the Archbishop. There. I'll tell you now why we two are so close that I, in consequence of his vile thoughts, was captured, though I trusted in this man. And after died, I do not need to say, but this cannot have carried to your ears. That is how savagely I met my death. You'll hear it now and know if he has injured me. One scant slit in the walls of Eagle House. Because of me, they call it now the Hunger Tower. Be sure, though, others will be locked up there, had shown me in the shaft that pierces it many new moons by now, when this bad dream tore wide the veil of what my future was. This thing here then appeared to me as master of the hounds who track the wolf as cubs as well, out on the hill where Luca hides from Pisa. In front as leaders of the pack he placed the clans Gualandi, Sismon, and Lanfranchi, their bitches hunting eager, lean and smart. The chase was brief, father and sons it seemed were wearying, and soon or so it seemed I saw those sharp fangs raking down their flanks. I woke before the day ahead had come and heard my sons, my little ones, were there, cry in their sleep and call out for some food. How hard you are if thinking what my heart foretold, you do not feel the pain of it. Whatever will you weep for if not that? By now they all had woken up, the time was due when, as routine, our food was brought. Yet each was doubtful, thinking of their dream. Listening, I heard the door below locked shut, then nailed in place against that dreadful tower. I looked in their dear faces, spoke no word. I did not weep. Inward I turned to stone. They wept, and then my boy Anselmo spoke. What are you staring at, father? What's wrong? And so I held my tears in check and gave no answer all that day, nor all the night that followed on, until another sun came up. A little light had forced a rain into our prison. A little light had forced a ray into our prison so full of pain I now could see on all four faces my own expression. Out of sheer grief I gnawed on both my hands, and they who thought I did so from an urge to eat, all on the instant rose and said, Father, for us the pain would be far less if you would choose to eat us. You, having dressed us in this wretched flesh, ought now to strip it off. So I kept still to not increase their miseries, and that day and the day beyond we all were mute. Hard, cruel earth, why did you not gape wide, as then we reached the fourth of all those days? Gato pitched forward, stretching at my feet. Help me, he said. Why don't you help me, Dad? And there he died. You see me here, so I saw them, the three remaining, falling one by one between the next days, 5 and 6, then let myself, now blind, fill over them, calling on each. Now all were dead for 2 days more. Then hunger proved a greater power than grief. His words were done, now eyes askew, he grabbed once more that miserable skull, his teeth like any dog's teeth strong against the bone. Pisa, you scandal of the lovely land where yes is uttered in the form of C. Your neighbors may be slow to punish you, but let those reefs, Caprea and Gorgogna, drift as a barrage to the Arno's mouth, so that your people, every one, are drowned. So what if, as the rumor goes, the great Count Ugolino did cheat fortresses from you? You had no right to crucify his children. Pisa, you are a newborn thieves. Those boys were young, that made them innocent. I've named just two. I now name Yugi, Shion, and Brigata. We now moved on and came to where the ice so roughly swallowed yet another brood, and these not hunched, bend back for all to view. They weep, yet weeping does not let them weep. Their anguish meets a blockage at the eye. Turn in, this only makes their heartache more. Their tears first cluster into frozen buds, and then, as though a crystal visor, fill the socket of the eye beneath each brow. My own face now, a callus in the chill, has ceased to be a throne to any kind of sentiment, and yet, in spite of all, it seemed I felt a wind still stirring here. Who moves these currents, sir? I now inquired. At depths like these, aren't vapors wholly spent? He in reply, come on, come on, you soon will stand where your own probing eye shall see what brings this drizzling exhalation on. A case of icy eye scab now yelled out. You must be souls of such malignancy you merit placement in the lowest hole. Prise off this rigid veil to clear my eyes. Let me a while express the grief that swells in my heart's womb before my tears next freeze. I answered, are you asking help from me? Tell me who you are, then I'll free your gaze or travel, promise to the deepest ice. I, he replied, am brother Alberigo, I of the evil orchard, fruiterer. Here I receive exquisite dates for figs. Oh, I now said, so you're already dead? Well, how my body fares above, he said. Still in the world my knowledge is not sure. There is in Ptolemais this advantage that souls will frequently come falling down before fate Atropos has granted them discharge. I very willingly will tell you more, but only scrape this tear glaze from my face. The instant any soul commits like me some act of treachery, a demon takes possession of that body form and rules its deeds until its time is done. Swirling, the soul runs downwards to this sink, and so the body of that shade behind a twitter all this winter through still seems up there perhaps. You're bound, you know, arriving only now, that this is Signor Branca, hook hand, de Oria. Years have gone by since he was ice packed here. I think I said that this must be a con, for how can Branca de Oria be dead? He eats and drinks and sleeps and puts his clothes on. Recall that ditch, he said, named Rotglorsville, where higher up they brew adhesive pitch. While long before Mike Zanke got to that, Hookhand was history. He has proxy left the devil in his skin. His kinsman's here as well, the one who planned with him the double cross. But please now reach your hand to me down here. Open my eyes for me. I did not open them. To be a swine in this case was pure courtesy. You, Genovese, deviant, deranged, and stuffed with every sort of vicious canker, why have you not been wiped yet from the earth? Among the worst of all, the Romagnoli. I found there one of yours whose works were such as so already bathes in cocytus. His body seemingly lives on above.